Check us out in Spanish at Universos Abiertos. Oh, candies are so sweet and delicious until you know what they're made of. From gummy bears to Doritos, here are the candies and snacks that once you know what they're made of, you will not want to eat them ever again. And if you like the video, click the subscribe button and in the comments, tell us what candy or snack is your favorite. Remember, Ned is somewhere in the video. Comment when you see our mascot. Chewing your way. Nothing more delicious after eating a garlic and onion-based meal than to pop on a minty-flavored gum. So far, nothing wrong with it. It may actually improve your social life, no? Here's the kicker. It's not the gum that is the problem, it's how we use it in excess. When the stomach is empty and you have developed a chewing gum, like a cow chewing all day, the stomach produces gastric juices intended to be released right before food gets to it. But since nothing arrives to the stomach, all those digestive juices start breaking down the stomach walls and creating mayhem in your belly. Not just simple stomach cramps on the long run, since the gastric ulcers are going to be part of the list of your problems. But wait, there is more. The sorbitol found in all gums can give you the runs. Yep, all in moderation with this one. Number 10. What can you eat? I am sure you have walked down the grocery aisle and have encountered these delicious tubes filled with crispy goodness. Pringles have so many flavors that is the best snack for camping or go on a road trip. A couple of years ago, they had trivia questions that made them even more irresistible than other chips. But do you know how they're actually made? When thinking of Pringles, we think of potatoes as the number one ingredient. But you're wrong. Due to taxation and luxury foods in England, Pringles started using more creative ways to have the crispy goodness at a good price. With so many flavors to choose from, who really knows what the base flavor and ingredients are? You will be surprised to find out that the number one ingredient is actually rice, then corn, and far down the list, potatoes. That's not such a problem, they taste good, so who cares? But the more menacing problem lies in the overheating of the ingredients to reach the flavor and consistency desired. Acrylamide, it's a cancer-causing chemical created when overheating carbohydrate-rich foods, and sadly, found in all fried chips as well as baked. On an interesting note, the creator of Pringles actually got cremated and buried in a can of Pringles. I guess there are many more uses to Pringle cans than we thought. Number 9. The Kinder Egg. This delightful and creamy chocolate goodness makes the list of criminals that can really cause some harm. Here is why. Besides the fact that the eggs are filled with lots of sugar and can make you obese, no surprise there, the eggs are filled with a surprise. The surprise is the culprit. Many children, while eating the Kinder eggs, have actually choked on the egg from trying to swallow it whole. And yes, the little surprise is also a choking hazard. In an even more menacing turn of events, if you are found packing one of these deadly eggs in the United States, you can be fined up to $1,200 per piece. Number 8. Lazy Me a Cake. Usually after a big meal, especially in Thanksgiving, when the turkey is the main course, you may feel like you want to take a nap. But how about a cake that can do the same? In the 90s, there was a brownie that all family members loved, but especially the parents. After eating the lazy cake, as the name indicates, the children who ate them were quieter and perhaps sleepier. It was found that the lazy cakes had melatonin. That can induce sleepiness, but if misused, it can actually induce coma. So for a while, the lazy cakes were actually illegal to sell until a few years ago when it was labeled to be consumed only by 18-year-olds and older. Number 7. The yellow finger effect. One of the best things to have at a party are the snacks, some finger foods, chips, and yes, Cheetos and Doritos with dip and salsa. The latter are unique in color and are finger-looking good. Here is their secret. Doritos does not need to stay in your hands to be so delicious, but as part of the experience, the Frito-Lay company decided to leave the staining goodness as part of the adventure of eating them. Same thing with Cheetos. One good thing about Cheetos and Doritos is that if you need to start a fire, you got some fire starter tools at your fingertips. Yes, Cheetos and Doritos are known to be flammable. I guess that's a good thing if you're stranded in an island and need to warm up. Here's the reason why both of them catch on fire. One of the flavoring ingredients is monosodium glutamate. We have heard of it in many Chinese restaurants advertising that there is none in their foods. And the reason why is monosodium glutamate is a derivative of petroleum, which is quite flammable. So now you have a tip if you're going camping and want to do two things at once. Have a snack and start a bonfire. Number 6, the bear hug. One of the best childhood candies have been the gummy bears. These little bear-shaped goodness are filled with flavor. The best part is biting them and the texture being so chewy and gooey at the same time. Some people like to add them to drinks, so to flavor them in different ways and intensities. But have you ever asked yourself what makes their texture so wonderful and how they don't melt unless it's in extreme heat? The secret is in the bones. Yes. At the butcher shop, they discard the bones and tendons of cows, pigs, and we hope that's about it. But don't be surprised if some horses make it to the mix. Sorry. After cutting all meat off the bones, skins, and tendons, what's left is thrown in a gigantic pot to be boiled. The mixture left is then dried and pulverized, and this is the gelatin. The process then continues with some flavoring and colorings, and that's about it. But let's be clear, although the process to make the gelatin makes the gummy bears sound really nasty, gelatin is actually really good for you. It has no cholesterol at all, and it's filled with amino acids and other healthy things that are great for the skin, hairs, and your nails. So it's up to you to decide. Number 5, somewhere not over the rainbow. When thinking of delicious candies, we have to consider their attractiveness, the bright colors that just make our mouths watery, like the lemon Skittles or the red ones that taste like strawberries or cherry. But as the red means stop, you may want to do the same with these little red monsters. But why is there such a big deal? It may bug you to know where the red number 4 or carmine, used in pretty much every red food in the planet, comes from. It comes from bugs. Yep, the red is taken from crushed red bugs. Now, according to science, it may be the best and most natural way to find red dye for foods. So next time, don't let the red bugs bite. Just bite them back. Number 4, gelatin capsules. These tiny and delicious capsules, as the name indicates, are made of gelatin, so they should be really healthy for you, right? But the problem does not lie in the nutritional value, but they have a dangerous side. The little individually packed gelatin shots are large enough to satisfy a sweet tooth, but the shape of it is deceivingly dangerous. The capsules have been prohibited in the United States, Europe, Colombia, and a couple of other countries, and here is why. When pressing the button of the capsules to release it from the plastic container, the gooey sweetness can shot so fast and lodge in the windpipe, creating a choking hazard, especially among children. Number 3, crack a lollipop. Nothing more convenient as a kid than to have a candy on a stick. Lollipops have been in the cabinets of millions of homes for many, many decades. I am sure you have a memory of a Sunday afternoon having fun with your friends and having a lollipop while telling stories. Now, not all lollipops fit in the category of candy you should never have. But in this case, the reason why some do fit is because of the high amounts of salt and citric acid that can irritate your tongues. And the hard candy can even scrape it and cut it. But the kicker comes from the lollipops that are very acidic or sour, as well as the lollipops with chili, more commonly found in Mexico. So next time you have a lollipop, keep an eye on your mouth, especially how your tongue feels while eating it. But you know, it has gum in the middle, so that's the best part. Number 2, spread me sour. One of the most popular chocolate spreads is Nutella. Its creamy hazelnut goodness has been in many kids' lunchboxes for ages. Nutella is made mainly of sugar, palm oil, hazelnuts, and chocolate, as well as other flavors to make it what we know and love. But why did it make the list? Well, besides knowing that sugar lowers your immune system, the palm oil is linked to Alzheimer's disease, cancer, and more. But here's the worst part. It may not affect you personally, but palm oil overproduction and farming in the tropical islands of Borneo, Sumatra, and Indonesia, all in the Pacific Ocean, are destroying the orangutan habitat. Don't think that only Nutella uses palm oil. It can be found in anything from soap to ice cream, cookies, and more. There are many campaigns promoting alternative products designed to bring us delicious goodness without destroying the orangutan and other species' habitat. It may be worth your time to see what else is possible. Number 1. Flavor naturally. I am sorry to have to break this to you, but natural flavors, although natural, some of them have very dark pasts. If you are like many who love ice cream, especially vanilla, strawberry, and cherry, you may be in for a surprise. In order to make the flavors be as delicious as we all know them, the main ingredient is castoreum. Sounds organic, right? Keep listening to this one. Castoreum comes from the urine secretions and the anal glands of the beavers. Sorry, I told you it came from a dark place. The United States Food and Drug Administration approves it as natural. And that's all I have to say about it. Candies and snacks you will never want to eat ever again? Discovered. What else shall we explore? Let me know and click the like button. Thank you again for watching.